My name is Ryan Henson, and I work for the Civilian Marksmanship Program.
I am from Sandusky, Ohio, and that's where I work for the CMP. I was born in Dearborn, Michigan. I spent some time out in Washington State. That's where I started shooting, actually. So I kind of went around a little bit.
So you said the word CMP. What is CMP?
Yeah, so CMP stands for Civilian Marksmanship Program, and we are actually a federally chartered nonprofit whose mission is to promote firearm safety and marksmanship for youth. So that mission is accomplished through the sale of surplus M1 Garands and 1911s, which get repatriated and then we get to sell. And it's super exciting because, again, those proceeds go towards helping juniors and firearms training.
I'm really interested in what you said about the youth and the juniors. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose. Actually, in our chartering legislation, it says that we basically have to focus on youth. That's not everything that we do, but that is a big part of what we do and our huge focus in all of our competitions and programs. You find that a lot of them are focused around the juniors.
Fantastic. So about how many juniors do you focus on or are registered through the CMP nationwide?
Oh, thousands. And it really depends on the competition too. We can use our JROTC postal competition as an example. That has, over 3,000 competitors every single year. And that's just one postal that we do. So we do a number of different ones. So tens of thousands of juniors.
What kind of, you said training and safety and education. What types of programs do you have specifically for education for the youth?
Yeah. A lot of the stuff we do is revolved around, or me personally, a lot of the stuff that I do in terms of training and education for youth is with sport shooting or the Olympic disciplines. So me personally, I do junior rifle kits, and I can talk about that later too. But that's a huge program that we do that provides training and information to youth. We work with 4-H, we work with the American Legion to host competitions and to work with them just to get the youth more opportunities and more training for them.
So financially, what are the incentives for parents to get their children and the youth involved in these kinds of sports? What's the cost?
Yeah.
What kind of programs are there financially to help out parents with these programs?
I guess I'll go to the financial cost first. Rifle is kind of an expensive sport, to be honest, especially if you're looking at going the Olympic route, because you have to get things like a suit, a precision rifle. You have to get all kinds of different stuff, and ammo. Ammo is never cheap, really. So it can be a little expensive. The CMP actually partners with a couple of different people to provide lower cost options. Like if you're working for a precision rifle and you're a member of a CMP club, you can purchase one through us for a discounted price. If we want to talk about scholarships, if people are interested in the sports shooting world, you can go to a college and get an NCAA scholarship if you are a NCAA rifle athlete. So there's scholarships for college in the future, and the CMP ourselves actually offer scholarships as well for graduating seniors. So the junior rifle camps are something that we've actually done since 1996 when the CMP was privatized. Originally, it was the first one was in Wolf Creek Shooting Complex in Atlanta, so kind of where they had some of the Olympic Games then for Atlanta Olympics. So a long history for it. It's changed quite a bit over the years. In present day, we basically tape NCAA college rifle athletes, and we bring them on board for the summer as employees of the CMP, and we host 3-position air rifle, standing air rifle, and 3-position small bore camps at our home locations and all around the nation.
What are the home locations?
Home locations are Camp Perry, Ohio, and Anniston, Alabama. So kind of a north and south almost.
What exciting programs that you're working with that maybe aren't in existence right now that hoping to provide the?
Oh, sure. We just actually had our state directors conference. So to your question of what kind of programs are we working on or what things do we want to start developing, a big thing that we learned from our state directors is there's a big gap in the shooting sport world for coaching material. And that's something, given our position, fits right into our objective and mission. We want to start providing, high class, available coaching material for people who either want to start a new club or just want to get into the sport. So it's a huge thing that we're going to be working on, I think, in the future. And I'm excited to see where that goes. So
I was a parent and I had a kid that said, Mom, Dad, I like guns. I want to learn how to shoot. And he has no idea where to go. What's the easiest way to get the information to my parents?
Yeah. That's the position I put my parents in, actually. But I told them I wanted to start shooting and they knew nothing about the sport. The easiest thing for them to do is go to ct.thecmp.org. So that is our competition tracker website. There's a clubs tab and you can search for a club in your area. So you type in your city, your state, and then you can click a whole bunch of boxes, whether you want to do air rifle, pistol, high power, silhouette shooting, whatever the discipline is. Click that box and hit search, and it will pull up a list of different clubs in and around your area. And that's exactly how I got started.
Awesome. So is there family just have fear, ammo, and rifles, and that's the
Sure.
In your experience, these clubs, do they help out a little bit to get them started, to borrow gear and equipment so that they could try it out before the parents and family spends lots of money?
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of an expensive sport to get started. So if a parent or somebody doesn't have the funds to really start up with that, a lot of clubs will provide that equipment. The club I started in absolutely did for me. Everything from, the suit to the rifle, we had to buy ammunition, but, sure, if that's a consumable, everybody has to get some of that. It's not across the board because every club has kind of their own financial constraints and their own ability to do that. But a lot of the clubs with junior programs will often have stuff that you can go in and borrow and use until you want to make that jump. And we always joke about once you start competitive shooting, there are no more Christmas gifts. It's all just you're getting shooting equipment for the rest of the time there. So it's a good fight.
So kind of a personal question. Wondering from your personal experience in watching maybe other junior shooters and your own experience that you came out of the youth program, how did shooting help you as an individual, as you were growing up into adulthood?
It helped me tremendously. I was one who kind of tried a whole bunch of different sports, and I'm not a big guy. I'm pretty short. I'm not huge, so I never really was great at a whole lot of sports. And when I tried rifle shooting, I just was so drawn to it because it's so different. It's a hugely mental sport. It's so different from anything else that we do, and I just loved it. It teaches all the wonderful things that sports will teach you. Discipline, motivation, hard work, all of that stuff is still there. And to be honest, because it's an individual sport, I think it's a lot easier to track that. It's a pretty easy correlation of if I go to the range and I practice, I'm going to see my scores increase. And if I'm doing the right things, I'm going to get better. So for me, it was a huge confidence boost. And to be honest, I wouldn't be able to go to college even if I didn't start shooting because of scholarships. So.
Are you getting the same kind of consistent feedback of this is happening to other kids as well? Oh yes, positive out.
Absolutely. It's a sport for everybody, and it's a sport for a lifetime. That's probably the most common thing I'll see from juniors that come through our clubs and programs is their parents tell you, they don't like anything else, but they'll shoot on the range for hours. It's really a sport for everybody, and I think that's easy.
All right, one last question. If you had one thing to say to kids and parents about your programs, and it's like a one pitch to attract them, what would you say?
Come give them a try. I mean, you can't go wrong. We're going to teach basic firearm safety, fundamentals of competitions. Whether you stick with shooting or not, we're going to teach life lessons that go along with that. Firearm safety is really something also that everybody can benefit from. So there's no low law.
All right, and one more time, the website for parents and youth to go to find information.
Yes, ct.thecmp.org. CMP, yes, THE.
Thank you so much.